Fine, and hello, Coco. How are you? Oh, and hello, Justin. How's everybody doing? Let me know how the volume is. Yeah, we know what's going on with you, Polka Girl. Very sorry. Let's see. Settings. Is this a scary game? Well, it is Spooktober, so yes, it is a scary game, apparently. I don't know the volume or anything, so I guess I'll just leave it for now. Unseen text after choices. Yeah. Guess, this is apparently... Okay. Let's go back. This game is an indie game, a visual novel, horror, and, they said... I saw lots of good reviews. I think I saw it's gonna have voice acting. But yeah, it sounds pretty interesting. So I said, let me just give it a shot. It's free on Steam, so why not? You just reached the 3rd free time event in Chapter 2 of Danganronpa. Okay. Is it as bad as that game? I have no idea, Poker Girl. Hello, Louisa, darling. It's Spooktober, so I'm going to play a spooky game on my own. And then, on a day that I don't get home so late, I will, stream again, maybe this week. I don't know, we'll see. But, I will do more spooky streams this month. So Sign and I can be playing the other game. And then this one. This game is a horror visual novel, one of those choice-based kind of things that apparently also is kind of like The Letter in that it will have... my decisions will determine who lives and who dies, which is great. And then it will have romance options, apparently. Some potentially lesbian. Oh. But that's all I know. I read, like, I kind of glimpsed through, like, the description of it, but I already forgot. I think basically you're trying to cross a lake. And that there's, like, monsters in the lake or something. So we'll see. No, Poker Girl, I will not be streaming that game. If it's not horror, I don't know if I really want to bother. I'm pushing myself to do actual horror. You provide the best spookiness. Well, yes, apparently you do, Justin, with that frickin' icon you used earlier today. That made us abandon you. We all abandoned you. Well, I had to get ready to go anyway. Okay. So, if the volume seems okay for now, I mean, I will make adjustments if need be. But, hopefully it's okay. Looking forward to the actual horror games. Yeah. Poker Girl, he used the frickin' creepy eyeball of the monster from The Letter. So, we were upset with him. I was making funny puns, too, and y'all weren't even commenting on my puns, and I was like, man, Justin, you know how to steal attention. I'm just kidding. Alright. You'll start playing Silent Hill 2? Girl, you brave. That is a game I will never play. Never. Silent Hill? Nope. Big X on that. No thank you. Okay. Choices. Oh no! Some of them are timed. No! Okay. Choices. You'll need to make various decisions throughout Lake of Voices. Here are a few details to keep in mind. Certain choices are timed. Time running out isn't something to completely avoid. In some cases, not getting involved can open new possibilities. Other choices aren't timed. These options only determine whether Kika, which is I believe the main character, has any special affection for another character or not. The romance. Woo! Alright, bye, Polka Girl. I guess I won't be seeing you this month because I'm going to be playing a lot of horror. Although I might squeeze in some Yakuza 0 sometimes. Okay. If you survive until the second night, oh geez, the story will branch into one of 5 different plot lines based on your earlier decisions. The other characters cannot manage all situations in the various plot lines, regardless of what you do. If a character isn't making it, try getting that plot with a different set of survivors. Whoa, what? No! I didn't click! No! It went by so fast. Hold on. Oh, hold on. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Text speed. Auto forward time? Is that what I'm trying to... No. Give me more time, right? I didn't know I was going to do that. Darn it. Okay. Hopefully, I'll be alright. Okay. Save. Can I save that? Not letting me save it? Did it save the setting? Okay. I didn't know I was going to do that. Let me finish reading. Sorry. Okay, where was I? If a character isn't making it, try getting that plot with a different set of survivors or having the same group of characters venture through some other storyline. Becoming closer to someone can add and or remove future choice options and change how some scenes play out. Your decision to build that connection may not go unnoticed by the other characters. Ooh. Earning the full amount of affection with certain characters can require getting into specific plot lines. Page up key returns to previous text choice. T key opens full text history. Okay. Okay, now we're good. I didn't know I was gonna do that. Kiba, don't you mess with me, boy. He's mad because I just got home and ate. And then the first thing I did after eating was come on here. So he's like, what about me? Okay. Okay. My grip on my lantern tightens as the fog around us thickens. While the forests in this area are relatively safe compared to Sinlos, I can't help but feel my hair stand on end the further we get. I believe when they talk, it's voice acted. I'm not sure. I was reading up on that. My free hand fingers the hilt of my sword, something akin to a nervous reflex.
Have you seen it before?
Oh, that's a guy. Okay. Bamel. Hello, Bamel. Bamel breaks the silence, either sensing my unease or assuaging his own. I hope it's the latter.
I haven't. I've had no reason to go near this cursed lake until now. What of you?
Ah, so this is our character, Kika. She looks dark-skinned. Nice. Bamel scratches his chin casually, as though I asked what his favorite food is.
I traveled a long way around it once before. Not so pleasant. Something about it just frays your nerves. Although, even being near it is enough.
So I'm not the only one who feels it. A sense of relief hits me, but not enough to undo the buzzing of anxiety. The lake, Sinlos. Most try their best to avoid it all their lives. The hundreds who die attempting to cross its unearthly black waters, dragged to death by the creatures lurking within, aren't a secret.
No wonder you were assigned this mission.
There are few who've had first-hand experience with the place, even if from a distance. He'll probably keep being picked whenever they need someone to cross. for however long he's with us. Bamel shrugs, bringing my attention back to the dark path before us.
At least we're taking the bridge this time. It'll only take 2 days instead of double that, and the sooner this place is behind us, the better.
It would be preferable not to risk it. But time is of the essence. We don't really have a choice.
Okay. One of our allied villages, Hemmer, is being harassed by brigadiers, a band of ruffians. We don't have many guards to send as an assist, only Bamel and myself. So this is cool, because this kind of feels like an olden time fantasy kind of thing. Almost like the human realm of Lord of the Rings kind of thing. Based on their names and all that. You'll ask me a question in Discord, that's fine. I probably won't answer though, because I'm streaming. Oh, my friend messaged me. Oh well. She looks like Korra. I never watched The Legend of Korra. The least we can do is arrive before we are too late to be of any use. These kinds of squabbles happen often, but have to be put down lest they turn into a blood grudge or all-out war. The last we heard, neither option was that far off.
I can also see why they chose you to come out here.
I glance at Bamel, an eyebrow raised. A slight smile plays across his lips.
You're always so calm and so serious. Nothing can get to you. You're the best choice they had.
A smile now tugs at my own lips. I would like to thank him. That wouldn't be so calm and serious as he just described. And if that's how he sees me, I'd like to keep it that way. My lack of reaction only makes his smile grow, and he chuckles a bit before refocusing on the path. I do the same. It wouldn't be right to let my guard down in a place like this. Bamel appears to feel differently, however.
You know the town on the other side of the lake, though. It's not so similar to ours. If all goes well, perhaps we'll have enough time to enjoy the new area.
Okay. For the most part, I ignore him, nodding when applicable. Bamel is a talkative sort, and if chatting helps keep his worries down and his sword hand ready, I have no complaints. Okay. Ooh, that looks spooky. You don't like the guy? You get a bad feeling? I'm gonna constantly have a bad feeling, because I did see Steam was comparing this game to The Letter. And I'm like, no! After a time, the thick fog surrounding us begins to clear. A slick wooden dock comes into view, and with it the sounds of water gently lapping at its sides. Bamel shifts beside me, stretching his lantern arm as far as it will go. He seems tense.
Someone's already here.
Oh, another character. Hello there. You, I don't know what to say about you. Watch a lady come out of the water. Oh, jeez. As long as the creatures or monsters don't look like the girl from The Ring or The Grudge or The Letter, then I'm fine. I think I can handle any other kind of monster, honestly. Okay, child, get out of here. I'm in the game? What? I mean, yeah. She does kind of look like me, minus the whole blonde hair, and I do not dress like that. A young woman stands by the dock, eyeing us warily. Does she intend to cross tonight? Evidently, she has the same question. As we step up next to her, it's clear she isn't simply passing by. She's waiting. The stranger nods curtly to us.
Margaret.
Margaret. Okay.
Kika the Steadfast.
Bamele. Hello?
Bemele. Oh, okay. Well, at least you guys corrected me. Before I kept saying Bamel the whole time, so it's Bemele. Okay. fancy name, sir. Okay, you know what? Let me, hold on. I'm gonna get my mom to call this dog. Otherwise, he's just gonna keep bugging me. Okay, I'm back. So it turns out my mom is in bed, asleep. Even though we just ate. Not a good idea. So I'll have to put up with him bothering me. Okay, Bemele. There's a stuffy silence. Margaret turns to gaze out across the lake, expression unclear. With not much to say, Bemele and I do the same. Okay, that sounds creepy. Thank you, thank you. From here, the black surface of the lake looks disarmingly calm. Wind rushes across its surface, a sound like whispering. Though perhaps it actually is whispering. I concentrate, trying to place the difference, searching for breaks and rhythm. After a few seconds, I feel foolish. It doesn't matter what the noise is. Whether I hear them or not, we're not alone. The Nixie are out there. A feeling that I can't quite shake tells me they've already noticed the little group of people on their shores. It feels hostile. My stomach sinks and I instead address Bemele.
Where is the guide?
Unless he's on the center island, or on the complete other side, your guess is as good as mine. It's dark as pitch out there.
Dark as pitch instead of pitch black. Panic rises inside me. Panic I try hard to quell.
We can't cross without him, and we need to get going soon.
You can't cross with him either.
The woman behind us, Margaret, cuts in with something like a snort.
What?
I know the guide will be here tonight. I have already made arrangements with him to cross.
Bemele and I share a look. The woman seems haughty and willing to put up a fuss.
I have his word he'll take me today. It would be wiser for the two of you to begin the trip around if you're really in such a hurry. Or you can make camp here and wait for him to make the trip back if you prefer.
I don't need to turn my attention to Bemele to know he's riled up. I step in before he can say something rash. Bemele does not have the voice you would expect. Yeah, I was kind of surprised too. And her, I could tell, just to show you, this is why voice acting directors are very uptight about quality of mic. Like, you can tell, she's a great voice actress, but the quality of her mic is so different from the other two that it's very obvious.
Even if that is so, my companion and I must begin the trip tonight.
Margaret is unimpressed and opens her mouth to argue further.
We'll wait for the guide to arrive before coming to a conclusion about any of this.
She clamps her mouth shut, then lets out a sigh.
You can do as you like.
With the matter tentatively settled, Bemele moves away. His finger begins to tap loudly against the top of his hilt. He shifts from one foot to another, then groans.
What's that bastard even up to?
I almost visibly start, but manage to restrain myself. He probably doesn't know any better. I'm sure of that. It's not worth mentioning. Wait, what do you mean?
With a mouth like that, you shouldn't even have the right to ask the guide to take you across.
How ludicrous. He's faced far worse than a bit of foul language.
Oh, because he used that word. Okay.
Do you know anything that's happened with this lake?
I know enough.
Margaret is clearly not convinced, but she shrugs and makes a show of turning her back to him.
The guide's father is Garvin the Exemplar. Garvin never accepted the guide as his son, all the way up until he died in this lake. Your statement could be seen as tasteless.
Oh, because the word bastard. Yeah, I get it. I was wondering why she reacted that way. So he just chose the wrong swear word.
Oh.
Bemele rubs the back of his neck, his face regretful.
My apologies to the guide. I didn't mean it that way. I never knew about his... well, that.
See, that's why you shouldn't use certain swear words, man. In fact, you shouldn't talk bad about people unless they really deserve it. A smile spreads across my face. One I quickly wipe away. He really did just misspeak. The silence slowly stretches between the three of us, growing more awkward with each passing second. Margaret seems irritated, and Bemele abashed. Yeah, you're right, Coco. At least he did acknowledge his mistake. Insert political joke here. No politics allowed. Especially after today I spent 2 hours trying to convince people to vote. But it went well today compared to before. I guess it's just, it was a better location because people weren't going to or from work. Instead, they were going to or from class. So, yeah, it went pretty good. I actually got 8 people registering to vote and like 10 or 12 people just signing the pledges. So I felt good. I was like, ah, finally, some progress. And then yesterday when I went to my aunt's house, I was able to get my cousins and their friends to fill out some of those sheets too. Although technically, 3 of them just moved recently, so they should have registered because when you change of address, you should re-register to vote. But they're like, no, I don't need to. I'm like, whatever, fine. Be that way. Okay. Oh, you're quite informed, Margaret. I'm sure you are forgiven. Bemele. I kind of like Bemele more.
I know you. You are brash but not intentionally cruel. I'm sure all is well.
I think that was one of the timed ones that I had to make a decision like 1, 2, 3. If I said nothing, I feel like that would have kept me on neutral terms with both of them. And maybe there's another character later I could have tried to romance. I don't know how many characters there are going to be. I have no idea. Okay, Kiba, go lay down, honey. Mom's in bed, so go lay down. Go lay down. You're so cute. Go lay down. Lazy bones. Yeah. Bemele smiles and claps me on the back.
You're a good woman, Kika. Smart, too. You've never been here, yet you knew more of the guy than I did.
I know about Garvin, truthfully. Tales of his deeds were some of the only stories my parents ever told.
Ah, so that's how she knew.
Is that so? You could tell me more about it sometime.
Ah, he seems interested. A shipping has started. We'll see. I pause, unsure how to respond to this type of request.
I would like that very much.
Oh, he's blushing. Oh, he got a heavy-duty crush already. Yes. Yes. I like that. I like that. That's cute. If there's another character that's better than him, though, I will drop him like a hot potato. I'm just kidding. Well, we'll see.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that. It must wait until after this trip, though.
Can I save? Yes, I can save now. Empty slot 1. Okay. Just wanted to start saving. You see some blushing. Should look into Garvin's brother Marvin the Martian. Binks playing with hearts. I'm the queen of hearts. I'm just kidding. I am a player. Why do only men get the title of player? Women can be players too. Yeah. Alright.
Of course. We should drop this topic sooner rather than later in any case.
I agree.
You know what? Kika kind of sounds like Coco. Like, if Coco's doing a really serious deep voice. Coco, is that you? Even if there's no harm meant, hearing someone mention Garvin is probably difficult for the guide, no matter what the circumstance. Oh, someone's singing Backstreet Boys. Oh, your secret is out. Oh my gosh, Coco, it is you. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. I'd be like, oh my god, my friend Coco's in the game. With the topic dropped, we each remain locked inside our own thoughts, not another word passing between us. Did I read this? No, I don't remember. Oh, a light! Eventually, a small light appears on the bridge ahead, gently swaying through the foggy air. It gets closer and closer until it becomes apparent it's a figure carrying a lantern. That must be the guide, although I can't shake the ghostly aura it gives off. The figure steps onto the shore, but we wait for him to approach us instead of going to meet him. None of us are sure how close to the waters we can get before it is no longer safe. Oh, that's the guide, huh? I wonder if it's possible to romance him, too. Now imagine her with Sal's voice. You're hardy. I see that typo. Louisa. My hardy horror. I don't know why I went pirate about it, but whatever. Oh god, salmonella. Your salmonella voice, it still haunts me to this day, Coco. With his Sly Cooper-ass cane. He stops in front of us and simply stares.
Are you the guide of Sinlos?
The man nods. He has a sharp face and weary eyes.
Well, that's grand. We would like an escort across the lake.
Bemele motions to the two of us, and Margaret approaches, a strained smile on her face.
Hello, it's good to see you again. I'm ready to cross, as we've agreed upon.
The guide turns to face her as well, face remaining unchanged. It must not be a lie. He would have had to say something otherwise. She really does have preference to travel with him. That's a problem.
Is there a way we can all begin the trip tonight?
Yes, I will allow all three of you to go. But with that many, at least one will die before we reach the other side.
Huh, his voice is different than I imagined too. But wow, one will die? Oh my god! As long as it's not me, that's all that matters. I furrow my brow. It's a disturbing addendum, and one offered with little emotion attached. Bemele glares back, asking without asking what we're supposed to do with such circumstances.
You should go around.
The sentence hangs in the air, the second half unspoken. If you want to live. Yeah, I don't know what their hurry is that they have to go through here, but I guess we'll find out eventually.
We don't have time for that. There are people counting on us for protection. Why does she need to go?
He jerks a finger at Margaret, whose face contorts with anger.
I don't need to explain myself to you. My journey has already been put off once, and I was promised I could go today. I will be going under any circumstances.
She meets Bemele's eyes with a gaze of steel. He starts to speak, and she cuts in.
An extra day or two shouldn't be that much of a problem for you. Whoever you're meeting can surely wait such a tiny amount longer. Patience is a virtue, after all.
The night is only so long, and if we're still on the bridges when the sun comes up, we'll all die as they sink back below the surface. If you don't decide soon, no one will be going.
Let's all go then. The guide is dispassionate, stoic. I would almost feel something's wrong with him if I didn't share the trait myself. Fight, 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 kiss, kiss, kiss. What? Bemele pulls me to the side, jaw clenched tight.
That woman isn't armed.
His voice is low. He darts a glance at Margaret. Bro, are you trying to say we should kill her? What?
We can easily get her to back off if we make this into an actual fight.
Oh my god.
After all, we have to go tonight, yes? If one of us really is to die, it'll be her. Would staying be a worse fate than her death?
I stare at the dock, refusing to meet Bemele's eyes, and try to keep my voice as level as possible.
We don't know her situation. This isn't a decision we can make for her.
Exactly, dude. Are you seriously gonna threaten this woman? She has the right, okay?
What?
Bemele leans in closer, apparently having missed what I said. I remove the sympathy for her in my response when I speak again.
The guide won't accept something like that, I assume.
His face is grim.
Then what else do you have in mind?
First of all, you and I cannot split up. Either we both stay, or we both go.
Okay.
Right. That's not a question.
I cross my arms, a hand on my chin. I have full confidence in my abilities, and in Bemele's. But there's no reason not to believe the guy knows exactly what he's talking about. If we go, he might not be able to give the group the attention we each deserve. That would mean we truly would be putting Margaret's life at risk on top of our own. Oh, this is timed. We gotta go.
And I believe you.
Oh my god. I saw the timing. Oh shoot. So, if I said nothing, what would have happened? I don't know. His name is so weird. Yeah, well, this is like olden time fantasy world, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. Bemele's reply is firm. My steadfastness seems almost weak in comparison to its certainty. He addresses the guide.
We shouldn't waste more time. Let's shove off.
Alright, that means somebody's going to die. The guide slowly turns around, without even a nod to show his agreement. Margaret stares at Bemele and me, something of a resolve in her gaze. Then she follows after the guide. At least she didn't insist we stay behind.
We should do what we can to protect her. It's our fault she's being put in even further danger.
Exactly my thoughts. We will take care of everything. Maybe I'm being naive, but I have no intentions of letting anyone fall victim to this lake tonight. Those monsters can starve.
Okay. We'll try our best. If there's a quick time, though, I'm sorry. I'm not good with quick time events. Rip whoever might get killed, including me. I smile at him for a change, and Bemele eagerly smiles back.
We're lucky to have each other in this, I think.
Man, he really likes her. He turns to follow the others across. I will protect everyone on this trip. I will. We will make it through this. So I guess it's only the 4 of us. Okay. That's doable. I mean, it seems like Bemele's our guy then. Unless something else happens that makes me shift gears. Then, achievement unlocked, begin. Then I step onto the dock and join them. Okay, let's save. Phew. I don't know how long. I don't think the game is that long, but there's like divergent paths and stuff, so we'll see. Oh, here we go. Divergent paths right in front of me. As soon as I step onto the wood, the temperature drops. The light of my lamp shines against the water's surface, as reflective as a mirror. Until we reach land again, death is only one small mistake away. So I thought we would be on a boat. I didn't realize they're like actual like footpaths, like bridges we're walking on. Oh dear. Someone's gonna have to volunteer as tribute. Oh, quite literally, yes. You've played Sleeping Dogs and Tomb Raider. Your quick time skills are really good, huh? Yeah. Are you gonna play that new Tomb Raider game, by the way? I saw previews for it and I was like, oh, Justin. We fall into line, with the guide leading the way. Margaret stays close to him, and I behind her, watching to make sure she doesn't slip on the slick, wet wood. Bemele brings up the rear. Each of us hold our lanterns in front of us, but it does little good. The fog is thick and nigh impenetrable, consuming the light as if hungry for it. Above the surface of the lake, it's deathly quiet. No longer is there the whispering wind, nor the sound of water lapping against the shore. I like the music, by the way, and the art style is really cool. It's just our own mismatched footsteps, and the sound of my quickened breathing. What is that? My eyes drift back to the lake against my better judgment. It's no wonder there's not even the sound of water, with how still the surface is. It seems almost sturdy, with the sheen of a black marble floor. So that's the lake? Wow. I've heard rumors the water of Sinlos is heavier, more difficult to disturb than natural water. That just the weight of its oppressive cling is enough to keep someone down, even without them. Something even darker than the abyss of the lake flickers just below the surface, or at least I think it does. I turn my gaze to Margaret's back. It's better to stay focused.
Fall back a bit. You're following me too closely.
Ooh. The guide is looking over his shoulder, addressing Margaret.
I'm sorry.
If someone gets pulled into the lake, they'll instinctively reach for anything to hold on to. Do not let that be you.
Ooh. That's a scary warning, but true. Margaret's shoulders rise, and she nods with great seriousness. Someone needs to tone down the vaping. Oh my gosh, Justin, please.
I understand. Thank you for the advice.
He ignores her gratitude. So I wonder, he made it sound like even he is susceptible to being killed. But then why does he have this job? Why is he the guide? And he risks his life doing this over and over again. Interesting.
You can speak amongst yourselves if you so choose, as long as you pay attention to where you're going. There is no worth in listening to the sounds out there.
Oh, so using our ears is not that important then? Huh. Okay. Good to know, bro. Good to know.
If there's anything at all, it'll only be Nixie trying to set you on edge.
All right. Then, could you tell us your name? You didn't have a chance to properly introduce yourself, and I've only heard you being referred to as the guide.
Do these bridges only appear at night? I don't remember them saying that. But I do remember them mentioning something about if we're on the bridges at dawn or at daylight, then we'll be dead meat. So for some reason, he makes it sound like traveling at night is safer.
I don't have a name.
You don't have a name? Wow. He's facing the front again, his voice as expressionless as before. I have no way of guessing how he feels as he says this.
Oh.
That's really sad. It's probably not something he wishes to talk about. However, there was something else I wanted to say, so changing the subject is not difficult.
Margaret, thank you for allowing us to join you.
Margaret shrugs non-committally.
It wasn't exactly up to me. The guide said he would take you.
She hesitates, and then she looks tentatively over her shoulder at me.
But thank you for saying that. It's appreciated.
Bemele and I will do our best to be an asset on this trip, rather than a burden.
That's nice. I'm not afraid to be out here, though. Still, at least with your training, you should be able to take care of yourselves.
Why is she not afraid to be out here? What are you? I'm so suspicious of everybody right now. It's comforting to know that everyone here is so confident in their abilities, not enough to forget how terrible it feels to be over this lake. I'm not sure if that is fortunate or unfortunate. Believing yourself to be secure doesn't mean that you are. Oh, hell no! That noise reminds me way too much of the letter. You stop that game. Stop it. I do not want to hear somebody breathing in my ear like that. Frick no. Hell no. I've been very calm up until now. So far, I haven't felt any spookiness or chills or fear. But that right there, no, 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 no. Just hearing some heavy breathing in my ear like, oh my god. Sheesh. Clip time? No. As the conversation lulls, a new sound breaks through. It's the whispering noise again. It's the chatter of inhuman voices, and this time coming from all around us. What if it just whispers a compliment? I don't care. It could say, your hair smells nice. Wouldn't that be creepy? Like, no, I don't care. Back off, man. You know? Ugh.
Taking care of yourself is exactly what you need to do.
The guide is speaking again, except louder, as if to cover the Nixie's voices with his own.
Work to survive at all costs, and hope that everyone around you has enough sense to do the same. That's the only way you'll make it to the other side.
Coco, please. I like how you added all of those surnames. Binks, Chan, and then Dono, and then Sama. Okay, I might be a little weaker for Japanese lingo because I'm a weeb, but even then I'd be like, I'm sorry, but it's still creepy. Margaret nods in response, but I hear a grunt from behind me. Just turn around and Bemele's head is being ripped off. Oh my god, that would be awful.
Groups tend to go further when they work together to achieve the same goal.
The guy doesn't say anything in response to Bemele's grumbling either. I'm not sure whether he didn't hear Bemele, or whether he just didn't feel the statements made thus far are worthy of addressing. I have a feeling it's the latter. We go around a large bend in the bridge, part of it forking off to another way. I wonder how the guide knows which one of these essentially identical paths is correct, when something in the corner of my eye catches my attention. Oh no! You have the power of God and anime on your side. Binks has gone so violent lately you blame Danganronpa? Bruh, don't get me started on Danganronpa right now. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to cry no more. I'm just mixing all of these songs, all the sad 90s songs. She is the goddess of anime. I should be, right? Right? I'll be a totally awesome goddess of anime. Okay, Kiba, if you won't keep acting up, I'm gonna have to put you in the chair behind me, you little punk. Then I'll have to deal with you whispering behind me too. Yeah, right. If I ever hear my dog whispering, I will literally crap myself. Come here. Bruh. Come on. Come on. Up. Get here. Come here, you furry child. There. Okay. Got him. Whew. Why are you so heavy? I'm gonna give you less treats, man. Binks be swearing like me. Yes, I be swearing lately because of V3. Okay.
I believe I saw something over there.
Whatever you saw, pretend you didn't see it and keep going.
Keep walking. No need to worry.
See? I knew it. Just ignore it. The guide's voice is calm and level. I decide against pressing the issue, not wanting to set everyone even more on edge.
What did he say?
Perhaps not wanting the conversation to be caught by the guide, he speaks softly, though I couldn't quite hear him because of it. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh no, it's behind him! Ooh! Ooh! I'm scared. Oh, Smooth, thank you so much for the subscription! Oh, I'm scared. I was so chill, man. I mean, the whisperings kind of scared me earlier, but this? Nope. Bemele, no. No. It's freaking Gollum. A little too tall to be Gollum. Holy crap. Holy crap. Let's just turn around and keep going. Although, I don't know. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? I'm scared. Thank you, Smooth. Hi, Smooth. Save me. I'm scared. Oh. Okay. As long as I don't have to do anything, I'm scared. I'm just gonna leave it on this screen forever and not progress because I don't want Bemele to die. You decided to be at the end of the group. Dude, you could just be dead. Didn't I say earlier, a turnaround and bam, Bemele would be killed. Ugh. I take my eyes off Margaret ahead for a moment to explain it to Bemele and stop dead in my tracks. Only one word is able to escape me in my stunned state. Run! And then have that music play. You know that run song? Just run, bruh.
Behind.
Behind? You say behind instead of run? And the time it's gonna take for him to turn around, that thing is gonna be up on him. He's gonna be dead. D-E-D, dead. This sucks. Bemele, rip. If there's a quick time event, I'm sorry, bruh. I already said it earlier. You gonna die? I'm gonna have to find a new boo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. You're cool and all, but I'm not good enough. Behind Bemele stands another figure, looming in the darkness. Seeing my face, Bemele grabs the hilt of his sword. He whips around, then staggers swiftly backwards. Several meters away, a crooked, twisted black figure hobbles its way towards us. Some kind of liquid drips off its head, curling around the edges of its face. It almost looks like it's crying. Should you tell the guide, man? Oh shoot, Bemele just scared me by, getting closer. Oh man. Bemele backs up until he's standing beside me. The figure continues its slow advance, head jerking from one angle to another.
What on earth?
Keep going, bruh. Don't stop.
It's one of them.
Yes, Nixie that stumble across the bridges looking for opportunities.
I was about to say, did the guide and this girl keep going and we got left behind and we're dead meat? But it looks like the guy noticed what was going on. So, he's really calm. Maybe we're okay. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm scared. We got some slim pickings if he dies. Yeah, that's true. Hello, Smoggy Poo. How are you today? I'm over here shitting bricks. Wait, let me check my pants. Oh, yep, I found a brick. Okay, Kiba, I don't need you crying. No. Go to sleep. The guide is standing next to us. I didn't even notice him approach.
The ones that can make it out of the water are generally referred to as prowlers.
I had no idea things like that were out here. Is that what Kika saw down the other path?
The guide says nothing, instead returning to the front of the party. Margaret watches him pass. Her frustration morphs into nervous optimism when something seems to come into her mind.
Well, Nixie aren't slowed down much by swords, but at least the light keeps them away, right?
Oh, so yeah, the light is important. Okay, I'm sassy AF today. I need to lay off the fiber. Fiber's supposed to be good for you, man. I can't help it. Margaret's hand grips her face tight, and desperation bleeds into her voice. I bite the inside of my lip.
Direct light will force it to return to the lake. However, it'll try to drag the light, or you, down with it before it goes.
Ooh. So that's not good. What we gonna do? Instinctively, I reach for the hilt of my sword, despite the fact that it would do little to protect me. The prowler is getting closer, jerking forward, stopping, then resuming its slow advance. Just keep going, you guys! Stop standing there talking!
Okay, does anyone have a light we can leave here? That way it won't follow us.
How about a match? Light a match, throw it at him, and run.
Only matches.
Yeah! Seriously, do it! Bemele spits. He's the one bringing up the rear, so he's the one most likely to be in danger if it keeps following. The guide, however, moves forward.
Don't forget it's there, don't let your guard down, and don't get left behind.
Seriously? We just keep going? Is that what he's saying?
What? How am I supposed to keep walking with this thing at my heels? You said it wants to attack.
Don't give it the chance.
That's stressful. That is stressful as hell. Bemele sputters in anger, and the guide summarily ignores him. I solidly grab hold of Bemele's upper arm.
Here, I'll lead you like this, and you can keep your focus solely on the prowler. Make sure it doesn't get too close.
Okay, Justin, I know! But they said that the wooden bridge has, like... Oh, Kiba, baby, are you okay? Are you possessed? What's going on back there? They said there's, like, the wood is wet, right? Like, it's damp because of the lake. So maybe it wouldn't catch on fire? Oh, but then again, maybe the water on the bridge would, put the match out. I don't know. If they had something flammable, like a piece of paper or something, and they lit that on fire and tossed it at the thing, maybe that would work. But that sucks, though. He expects him to just keep going with that thing following him the whole time. That's stressful. Bemele eyes the guide with unresolved hostility, but allows himself to softly sigh in relief. He gazes at me with fondness. Ooh! Ah, he's so thirsty. Ooh! Ah, cute.
At least there's someone I can count on.
Proceeds to let him go. Oh, oops, my bad. No, Justin, don't say that. Kiba, you better not be possessed behind me, bruh. I have the light on, so maybe I'm safe. Despite the fact I'm going against his advice, the guide says nothing more. It's clear now that he doesn't give a damn what we end up doing. Some part of me is glad for that. I want to help everyone make it through, and it would be worse to have to persuade the guide every time help was necessary.
Kika, thank you.
Bemele places a gentle hand on my shoulder. Oh, place my hand over his. Nod seriously. This one seems more romantic if I place my hand over his. I don't know if I'm ready to commit, though. I still have to test the waters with the other two, you know? But then again, Bemily and her are kind of cute. They're kind of adorable. Can't help but to ship it already. I mean, should I go for it? Should I? Yeah? I should do it? You're the one for me, Bemily. I won't let it eat you. And then next thing we know, I'm letting it eat him. Oh well, it was nice while it lasted. Put a fork in it, it's done. Alright. Alright. We in this together, boo. Until you die. Then I'll have to move on to the glasses girl, okay? I'm sorry. I feel Bemily start as I reciprocate his touch. Ah, look at that blush. Ah, kawaii. But just as quickly, a smile replaces his shock. The moment is pleasant, a small balm against a large burn. I harden my expression, and Bemily follows suit. He moves his free arm down. I fully link his arm with mine. And now, properly settled, look forward. Margaret is following the guide with some reluctance, turning back every so often to check on us. She's scared too. I wave my lantern to signal we're catching up. Margaret returns her head to the front and quickens her pace. With a tug on Bemily, we start to follow them. The four of us continue cautiously over the bridges. Only this time, the wet, squishing footsteps of the prowler join the sound of our own. Hey, he just wants to join the band, that's all. Give him an instrument, you know? Let's all do it, man. No use crying over spilt blood. Oh my lord, Kiba. I put you behind me and you're still crying? What you want, boy? What you want? What you want? Dang, when did the sun go down? That went down really fast. You stop crying. I'm not gonna keep you behind me if you're gonna cry. Go lay down. Go lay down. Let him play the flute. I was gonna say the drums. That way he could beat something. Sorry, I had a nasty thought. I will not share what that thought is. The four of us continue cautiously over the bridges. Only this time, the wet... Oh wait, no, I said this already. Sorry. In spite of myself, I grip Bemily tighter. The prowler walks without a set pattern. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. It takes long steps, then short ones. At times, it stops walking entirely. Oh my god, if it starts running, I'm gonna scream. Does it hurt to be out of the water like this? Or is it trying to be difficult to read? Suddenly, the whispering in the lake grows louder. I steel myself, trying not to let it get to me. The most important thing in a situation like this is to remain calm. I can't lose my head. Can't believe it's already been an hour. I know, right? Although my throat is agreeing that yes, it's already been almost an hour. Kiba, please. Go play with your toy, honey. Then, all at once, I notice the guide and Margaret have come to a halt. Uh-oh.
Bemily, they're stopping.
Bemily slows down as I do. And as we near Margaret's back, she says with something akin to distress,
There's another one.
"Oh no, what the frick are we gonna do?" I was wondering in the back of my mind, what will we do if, other than behind us, we have one in front of us? Because then we're trapped. There must be something else we can do. Did I save recently? Okay, let me just save. I tug on Bemily and he understands. We draw up close to Margaret, ready to protect her if need be, but the guide holds out a hand.
Don't get any closer.
Ooh. Just over his shoulder, I see another prowler stumbling towards us, white liquid dripping from its eyes. The guide's hand turns over in the air, palm up.
Give me a lantern. We'll throw it.
Oh, you're gonna have to... Aw, man, how many times are we gonna have to do that, though? We only have his staff, and then that girl's. Margaret extends her own with a trembling hand when Bemele speaks instead, his back still turned.
If you have to take someone's, take mine.
Oh no, he has one too. Okay, so we have 3.
Yes, an extra light won't do as much good when we're standing this close together.
Oh, and we have one too. Okay, so that's good. Everybody had one. But we can't afford to be throwing them out left and right, man. Margaret takes Bemele's lantern from him, guarded relief displayed on her features.
Thank you.
She hands the lantern to the guide, whose hand grips it tightly, knuckles growing pale.
Stay here. I can't throw it too far, or the light will blow out before it reaches the Nyx.
He steps closer to the monster, his movements light and confident. Ooh, wait, why is the screen moving? No, I don't like that. As he nears, the prowler starts to back away. Is it only the approaching light that's making it retreat, or are they afraid of him? The guide is far enough away from us that the fog is partially obscuring him, hiding his movements. The voices from the lake grow louder and louder. Water suddenly begins to splash across the lake, in the distance and onto the edges of the bridge. They want him to mess up. Then, suddenly, the guide takes multiple long and fast strides forward, throws the lantern, and jumps backwards to regain the lost distance. There's a sharp hiss, and then a deep splash, and the voices of the Nixie grow quieter. Not silent, but quieter. Yeah, I noticed, like, the torso was facing the opposite way of the legs. It's creepy. A sigh escapes me, and the guide comes back to our group.
We should keep going before it comes back.
I glance at Bemele and realize he too is looking relieved at the guide before us. And then I see it. No! No! We were too busy dealing with that other one. Oh no. The first prowler. It's still there. It's right there. Pull Bemele forward. I shift around, pulling Bemele behind me. The prowler lunges after him, barely missing Bemele, but striking my lantern instead. The fire goes out, and the two of us are plunged into an unearthly darkness. Whoa. I had my hand off the mouse, so... Ooh, okay. That was scary. Then there's a slick splash. I realize the Nyx has retreated into the water. Somehow, Bemele and I are still standing. We're still here. That was close.
Kika, thank you.
I can't respond. Something cold, wet, and slimy has grabbed my ankle. Oh, snap. No! Ah, okay, I kicked it off. I kick my leg out as fast as I can, and the Nyx's hold slips. It can't pull with the momentum I've gained against it. Margaret rushes to my side, her lantern hanging out towards the Nyx. Oh, snap. The light brushes its face. We see it for an instant, its eyes wide, and then it slides back into the smooth surface of the water. Damn, Margaret just saved me. She my new boo. Alright, sorry Bemele. I saved you. You're welcome, but I'm moving on. I don't know. Holy crap. That was scary. Bemele grabs Margaret and I both, helping us towards the center of the bridge and cussing under his breath. Okay, you know what? Why can't we just have a frickin' OT3? You know? All 3 of us. Just have a little happy threesome. There you go. These 2 can bicker, and then Kika can be in the middle, like the calm, quiet one. Like, oh, you 2, you know? Perfect solution. See? Sign was thinking the same thing. Can we have a harem? Exactly. Nothing like a spooky harem when in Rome. I don't think we're in Rome, but that's okay. Okay.
I only looked away for 1 second.
That's 1 second was enough, bruh.
It's fine, Bemele. We're all fine.
Are you actually alright?
Margaret cocks her head down, examining my ankle, but there's nothing but a wet smudge around my trousers.
I am fine.
You could be a little more emotional and say thank you. I say that, though I don't actually want to let go of Bemele. I need to, in order to relight our lantern and provide us actual safety, but I feel such a strong desire not to be alone in this moment. I shake my head roughly and let go of him, relighting the lantern as fast as I'm able.
Kika, thank you. Again. You saved my life. I won't let this happen again.
Yes. Yes. It would be good for all of us to pay more attention.
Damn, Coco, she sounds like you! That really, really sounds like you. I mean, not 100%, but like 75% sounds like you. Margaret nods solemnly. Suddenly, it seems like we're all on the same side. It isn't only Bemele and I. She is with us in more than simply presence. The guide's voice, as cold as that monster's grasp, ends my train of thought.
We lost the lantern I threw. The Nyx grabbed it after the light went out.
Ah. Margaret makes a noise. I glance over, wondering whether she's upset. There's a small smile on her face instead.
It's better than them taking anything else.
Right? A nervous laugh bubbles up out of me, and just as quickly stops. Bemele chuckles in response, and our collective tension eases up, the adrenaline draining from our bodies.
We need to keep walking.
Okay. The guide starts down the bridge again, and we join him. I try to clamp down on the relief, the ease that wants to flood my head. It's not over. The Prowler is gone, but so is Bemele's lantern.
You can stay near me, Bemele, since your lantern is lost.
I appreciate it.
I think he's more than happy to do that. He's like, yes, I've got an in still. I've got it. Margaret goes on ahead of us. Bemele stays by my side as I keep at the end of the line. The breath of release for Margaret and Bemele is quickly swallowed by the somber atmosphere of Sinlos as well, replaced by the gravity of the near-death experience. Never mind celebrating his survival, something like that shouldn't have happened in the first place. The memory of the Prowlers reaching out towards us appears each time I close my eyes.
Why does it look like something's dripping down their faces?
The Prowlers are on Margaret's mind too. Looking at her pained expression, it's as though the moment of relief never existed at all.
I'm not sure.
Me neither. Something's wrong with them, though. They live in water. Air shouldn't be good for the things, but they want to drown humans so much they're willing to drag themselves around on land? It's not right.
Yeah, well, they're not normal, for sure. Of course it isn't. They are monsters. They likely do not understand even the concept of right and wrong.
Well, I don't disagree that there's something very wrong about them. I truly hope that's the last we'll see of the Prowlers.
Somehow I doubt it. Something comes to her mind, causing Margaret to end her part of the conversation early.
Since you two have to share a light, wouldn't it be safer to be in the middle?
Margaret stops and waits for Bemele and I to reach her position.
That way, you'll catch the edges of my light and the guide's, and it won't be so dangerous if Bemele loses his position momentarily.
See, he said Bemele, then she's like, Bemele? It's like, none of the voice actors had an actual get-together to say, how do we pronounce this name? You know? Oh well. Justin, why you talk about syrup, bruh?
That's a very kind offer, Margaret.
Bemele's surprise is so apparent, I want to cover his face with my hands to stop him from insulting her. She merely smirks. I think Margaret may be surprised with herself too. Bemele returns to his usual surety.
As thoughtful as it is, I, at least, am fine with bringing up the rear. I'm used to keeping watch for monsters, and since there are two of us, I can pay attention to the back while Kika focuses ahead.
Okay, then do it, bruh. Don't let that happen again.
It's not my light, though, so I shouldn't be the one to decide what she should do with it.
I'm gonna have to make a choice. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable letting Margaret be in the back. I don't know if that's a good idea. I was saying Bemel in the beginning, but once I heard the way they were pronouncing it, I was like, oops. I don't know. If I agree with her, that would be me earning points with her, because I haven't even done that yet. But then I'd be kind of going against him, and I'm already kind of on his route, I guess. I just don't think it's smart for me to have her in the back. But at the same time, she's right. He doesn't have a lantern, so he's kind of in danger. What do I do? What do I do? And they look at me. Margaret and Bemele turn to look at me in unison. Seems like it's my decision. More like Bay male. Bay. Sure. Neither of them are wrong. As for me, my goal is to protect everyone. I can't very well do that with Margaret following behind us. See, she even said it right there. We can't protect Margaret if she's behind us like that. But being stuck in the middle of the group can also be dangerous depending on what circumstances we come across. Getting pincered by the enemy would be an almost sure death, no matter how experienced Bemele and I are. Bemele. I just don't know what to expect from this bridge, and that makes things so much more difficult. Pick what I would naturally pick, that way you end up with whoever you're meant to be with. Okay.
So you're staying behind?
Okay. It was a time decision, so...
Seems like it.
Yes, I think we'll be good here. But really, thank you. That was a very kind offer.
Well, alright.
Margaret respects our decision and trots ahead a bit to catch back up with the guide. He who has paid no mind to the entire affair. Okay, so I just went with what came naturally. You have good advice. Thank you, Smooth. Don't just base it on what path you're currently on. Yeah. He's quiet.
So, I don't want to sound like a child, but how much longer until we arrive at the halfway point?
Are we there yet? Bemele, please. Margaret chuckles, reflecting the amusement I don't want to vocalize.
We still have some ways to go.
Damn.
I suppressed my laughter yet again at his pouting response. The gloom we've been under dissipates slightly, like light flickering through the fog.
The first trial tends to be the most difficult. I believe we will only react better from this point on.
Okay.
I like the way you think.
See? Threesome! They're getting along! Then a gleam enters Bemele's eyes and he grins.
I think Kika deserves a round of applause. Her quick reflexes are owed the utmost appreciation.
Ha-ha! Yes! Justin, please. Oh my god. Guide says, I swear to God, I will turn this car around and feed you all to the lake monsters. Nice. That's the best comment. He leans softly into my shoulder, trying to get me to... What? What do you want, Bo? You want a kiss? Is that what you want?
It was indeed a sight. You're quite capable. Bemele was also a sight, but for very different reasons. The way he froze with his mouth all agape was a laugh in itself.
Oh, there goes their little camaraderie. They're gonna start bickering again. Bemele shakes a fist at Margaret in mock anger, then shoots me an affectionate look. Oh my god, they're so cute! Yes, OT3! OT3! Ah, game. I like your writing. The writing's pretty good. Making me ship it. Making me ship it!
You should know, she and I are usually on equal footing.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason you had footing at all is because she pulled you back.
Bemele laughs, self-consciously scratching his head.
That's very true. You can always count on Kika.
I keep my eyes steadily ahead, unsure how I should respond. I'm pleased, almost grateful, to hear what they think of me, but I don't know what I could say that wouldn't seem pathetic. Nothing like flirting while being surrounded by Ink Lake monsters. It's the most romantic, yes, indeed. Margaret sounds a little like Marianne. Yeah, just a little bit. Except I think Marianne was much more like in the Irish accent, while Margaret's more like UK in general, maybe? I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm gonna save again. I'm gonna keep sporadically saving. Instead, I contribute the best way I can. I keep my focus on the path ahead of us. Without a response from me, the conversation quickly dies out. Still, it eases my heart to be on such friendly terms with my companions. After some time, I notice Margaret isn't keeping up with the guide as much as she was before. See, it's probably a good thing that she's not at the back then. I realize it's because the guide has increased his pace. Uh-oh. Margaret begins to jog in an effort to keep up with him, and Bemele and I do the same. Despite this, the guide keeps getting further away. Uh-oh. Dude, you're supposed to be our guide. What the frick? We go faster and faster until suddenly we're full-on sprinting across the slick wooden boards. That's dangerous. Figures in the dark fog fly past us at a blur, and it occurs to me the branching paths in the bridge appear to be sinking? Oh dear. I try hard to swallow my rising panic. Dude, guide, what the frick? The guide shouts something, but it's drowned out by the frantic pounding of our footsteps. I'm trying to piece together what he said. Don't, stop, turn? When he takes a masterfully sharp right down a different path using his own momentum in the sleek wood to slide into the new direction with no loss of speed. Oh shoot. What's going on? I'm scared. Margaret must not have worked out the warning either, as she is completely caught off guard by the guide's change in course. She runs straight ahead past the turn and continues down the path we've been following up until now. She clumsily begins to halt her momentum down the wrong bridge. Then I come upon the fork. Oh crap, what are we gonna do? Okay, don't stop, turn. Don't stop. Maybe he's saying keep going the way we were going? Oh, I don't know what to do! What's going on? He probably knew we couldn't keep up with him, but... Oh, I don't know. Should I follow him or go with... Oh, fudge. I mean, he could probably find us easier, right? If we abandon her, then what? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Don't turn. I keep straight ahead, not making an attempt to go the correct direction. That was a big decision. Oh boy, I hope that was the right choice. Bemele seems to fumble slightly, but stays close behind me and in the light. I inwardly apologize. I come upon Margaret, who nearly runs into me in her efforts to turn around. Her face twists at the sight.
Why are you...
I ignore her and move to face the other way. The path we came from is disappearing into the water. It's sinking. I knew it.
We have to jump.
Keep going.
What?
I think he was trying to tell us not to stop, just keep running. Margaret holds up her hands, but I grab her and spin her towards the path the guide is on.
Go! We'll catch up.
But...
Bemele and I will have to jump together. He needs the light. Just move.
I practically shove her, and without further hesitation, she takes the leap. She makes it just past the edge of the bridge, knees buckling as she lands, but is soon back up on her feet and holding her lantern out towards me. She beams with pride. Encourage her to keep going. Point towards the guide. Wait, what? Encourage her to keep going. Point towards the guide. Isn't that the same thing? Point towards guide? I gesture down the bridge to the guide's rapidly fading light. Margaret slowly nods and then runs after him. Well, that was almost the same thing? Oh, unless encouraging her was more like in her romantic route? I don't know. Whatever.
Here.
I offer Bemele my hand, tightening my grip on my lantern. Bemele accepts the offer, giving it a brief squeeze. A tight smile plasters itself across my face as I try to calculate the distance between our bridge and the other. Then the ground starts to shake more.
Jump!
We dash to the bridge's edge and leap. Cold air rushes past my face, winding its fingers into my hair. For an instant, I think I see something moving under the surface of the water. Oof. Then we land hard on the wooden bridge. Bemele lets out a sigh of relief as we both creakily get fully back on our feet. He gently runs a thumb over the top of my hand before he releases it. Oh, he's blushing. Ooh! There's a clear sense of affection to it. Screw the rules. This is what you get for building a bridge out of sugar. Exactly. This guide is a pretty crappy guide. You think he'd give you a heads up about this, right?
Stay close. We need to run.
Okay. This is a very stressful situation.
I'll be right behind you.
I take off. Wait, what? Why didn't you keep holding hands? What is going on? Bemele, no! I take off, not bothering to ensure Bemele is staying true to his word. I know he'll follow. The guide's fading light bounces in the distance, a clear signal that he's still running. I focus everything I have on catching up. Slowly, we begin to close the distance. As the night wears on, our strength rapidly fades. Even my stamina is being challenged. Please tell me Bemele's behind me. Oh my god. I can't imagine what this must be like for Margaret. Yeah, I know. Holding hands will just slow you down, but she's the one who has the lantern. He doesn't have a lantern. Ugh. She's holding her side as she runs, clearly cramping from the exercise. That's the same voice actress? Awesome. So she just added a different lilt to it? But that's cool. How much longer will this last? People have to rest sometime. Almost as if in response to my thought, the guide abruptly halts. I skid to a stop as well, sliding on the surface of the wood.
Why did we stop?
I'm so glad he's still with us. Bemele's voice is tired, but his guard is up. Oops. Did not mean to do that. The guide doesn't answer, just stares at something slightly out of view. I step up to join him, following his gaze further down the path. What is that? Who is that? There. Ooh, a new character! Curled in a little ball, illuminated by the lantern's light, cowers a person. His hands grip his head, and he rocks from side to side, mumbling incoherently.
It's a man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I just couldn't. Please. I'm sorry.
Oh boy. I'm struck with an array of questions. What is going on? Why would he wander out onto these bridges on his own? Did he make it this far by himself? Were there others with him? If that's somehow the case, I can't blame him for the state of shock he's in. Oops. Kiva, don't distract me, boy. Go lay down, honey. The man stops mumbling. He glances above him, seemingly only just now having the strength to lift his head. His expression, the deepest sadness, along with the clear markings of terror, are scrawled across his face. I stare at him in shock, not sure what to do.
Leave him.
Oh. I step my eyes away from the man and instead to the guide's cold, implacable face. Okay, the thing is with this guide, we're entrusting him with our safety, but so far he's already kind of screwed up, man. He already almost let us die, you know? But he's probably being honest. It's probably for the best to leave that guy. But I'm interested. I'm curious who he is.
No! We can't just leave him here. We've managed fine enough already, and these creatures will probably pluck him away as soon as we've gone. Without light, it's certain he'll die.
He won't make it regardless.
You know something we don't you? The guide turns to look at us, his eyes seeming to glow from the closeness of his lantern. For the first time, I feel uncomfortable in his presence.
Whoever shelters him will only risk dragging themselves down with him. Leave him.
But what if he's cute? Binks' true motives revealed. I glance at the others. Bemele is outraged, but Margaret is staring at the man with something like fear. She's uneasy, but she doesn't voice her concerns. I'm trying to think of some kind of compromise when the guide speaks again, his voice cutting.
If the man comes, then whoever is shielding him will have to remain at a distance from the rest of the group. Far enough that you can't see me, just my light. That is how you will travel across the bridges.
Oh, snap, yo! That's harsh, but he must be saying that for a reason. Dang it, I'm so curious about who this redhead is. Maybe it's a good thing I don't see his face, because if he's cute, then that's gonna influence my decision. Oh, man. It feels so bad to leave him behind, but you're right. He could be one of those things, or I don't know. He could have done something terrible to whoever was with him. My curiosity's so strong. But, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to leave him behind, man.
I didn't agree to lead this man, and I won't. If you ask me to, I will leave you all behind.
Bruh, you just left us all behind a minute ago! You say if he's hot, keep him. Louisa's like me. Adrenaline surges through my veins and I tense up. It's a painful reminder that the guide isn't here to save our lives, but merely to show us the way. We're on our own. Margaret, Bemele, and I frantically share more looks between each other, trying to communicate without words. None of us have a desire to speak and be the first to make a choice. Here's my other concern. Let's say we leave him behind. What if he secretly has, like, powers or I don't know, he's one of those things? And it's like one of those cases in, like, you know, in, like, fairy tales where you make a decision and you... I don't know, like, for example, Beauty and the Beast. The Beast didn't let the old hag inside his castle, right? Because he judged her based on her looks. It's like not showing kindness to strangers can be dangerous, right? Because they could turn around and be like, oh, you didn't help me when you had the chance, so why should I ever help you in the future? Or you didn't help me, so I'm going to kill you later. You know, that kind of thing. So these kind of games, these kind of choices make me a little nervous. Like, I don't know. I don't know if saving him is... It might be the morally correct thing to do, but it also just might not be the smartest thing to do. hate this. I hate choices. I hate it. None of us have the desire to speak and be the first to make a choice. Oh, there he is. He's, well, I won't say he's ugly, but he's not hot. He looks kind of, I don't know, like he's been through some crap. The man is standing now, though still hunched with his arms wrapped around himself as if expecting a blow. He stares at the ground rather than at us. Because of this, I'm having trouble reading his face. What exactly happened to him? See, our curiosity's so strong. I'm having Sign and Louisa telling me to save him. But if we save him, he might be a danger to us, and the guide is definitely going to be pissed with us. I don't know.
Are you well, stranger? Do you know where you are and why you're here?
He glances up, not at me, but towards me, his eyes resting somewhere near my collarbone.
I'm fine. You all can go on your way. Forget you even saw me here.
No! Why do you have a cute voice? No! That makes me feel even more like, But he is giving us permission to leave him. So at least, if he's giving us permission to leave him, then maybe we'll be lucky and he won't, like, turn evil and want revenge against us later. Everything inside my heart is telling me to not take him with us. Like, not my heart, my head, my brain. My heart wants to take him with us because I feel bad for him and because he's adorable. But I'm worried. I don't trust this. I don't.
That's absurd. You have no way to defend yourself. We can't leave you.
Yes, I'm sure in your eyes I might not seem like much, but that's not exactly a fair shake. Maybe in a perfect world, every man would be as large as you. But that's not how things always go. Doesn't mean I'm defenseless.
Okay, he says he's not defenseless. Maybe he does have some kind of ability then? That he can protect himself? The man's response is meandering. The words themselves seem to be in good jest. But he's still barely looking at us, fidgeting with his hands. Bemele frowns, unimpressed. Halloween isn't until 29 more days. Put the spoopy skellies back in the closet. Hi, Burning Speed. How are you? No, I'm gonna milk this month for as long as I can.
It was a joke.
It was a joke, really? He smiles hesitantly, making eye contact with each of us for the first time. He still didn't answer any of our questions, though.
What part of it was supposed to be the joke? Do you even realize what is happening in this moment?
Never mind. Forget that too. Point is, I'm alright.
You were curled up in a ball when we met.
Exactly. Something must be wrong with you.
I don't trust him.
Oh no, sounds like you've been talking with my father.
Okay, he's adorable, but I don't trust him. Ugh. Why does it have to be up to me? He lets out a weak little laugh, coupled with an eyebrow raise, voice trembling. No one really knows what to make of this. The man gives a small wave and begins down the path we came. Bemele huffs, tossing his hands into the air.
That's not even the right way.
It could be, if he's trying to get to the side we came from.
Right.
He must have come quite a ways if it was the other shore that he started on.
The man's smile grows.
Good. That's not so bad.
There is no response to this remark, unsure of what could be said.
I still think he should come with us. A person needs a light, and the guide himself said he won't be able to manage on his own.
Sticking with us is his best option.
Dude, if we keep him with us, I don't know. I look over the man's body, noting the scrawniness of his limbs. Scrawny, but not necessarily lacking in muscle. The bravado he was showing as he tried to leave us has faded yet again, and now he's standing quietly, looking at us as if watching a play. You mentally named the curly-haired blonde Aunt Roberta? Why? He's seen too much Bowsette? Oh my gosh, I just told my cousin yesterday about Bowsette. I was like, have you seen Bowsette that's like everywhere right now? Interest, but no true connection to the events.
It's easy for you to say such things, but whose light are you offering? It's not mine, and you are putting her in even more danger with your own presence already.
Bemele looks at Margaret. She avoids his gaze.
Perhaps I could have let him share my light before, but the guide has said the one with him has to remain behind, and I simply wouldn't be able to manage it.
Yeah. Bemele's hands turn into fists. He looks away but doesn't say anything. For a moment, no one does. I feel a cold sweat on my brow as what I feared comes to pass. He's stopping us from protecting another. Why must he get involved now? Why can he not leave us to make our own decisions?
You... Don't worry about me. I'll be on my way now.
I don't trust you even though you're adorable. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you are an adorable little cinnamon roll and I'm gonna feel horrible if I find that out later and then I'm like, shoot. But I have to follow my instincts and right now I just don't. I'm not gonna bring you. I'm sorry. The man's voice is full of something I cannot place, and he starts to shuffle back down the way we came, arms still clenched around himself. Margaret might not be able to take him, but there's another way this could be solved. I could stay back with him. It'll put Bemele and myself at significantly more risk, but at least this man will stand a chance. Do nothing. I'm sorry, Sign. I can't do it. I have to follow my gut. My gut just doesn't... I hate it. I hate it. I can't risk it. Margaret and Bemele stare at the man as he leaves. We all watch him drag his little frame down the bridge, quickly fading from sight. We had to let him go. We've only barely been surviving so far. The space the man vanished into is dark and silent. We can see and hear nothing of him, not even his footsteps.
Maybe we should call him back? We can at least give him directions. Tell him what paths we've been taking.
No, Kiba, stop. Of course, the music is making me feel even worse.
It's not going to make any difference. We can't give directions when the bridges we were on might very well have sunken away.
You think he's gonna become one of those things and then he's gonna get us? Yeah, it's a possibility. But I just don't trust him. I just don't. That whole situation, if he wasn't cute and adorable looking, I don't know, would we have been as tempted?
We shouldn't focus on what might become of him. He has his own path to follow, and we ours. We should focus on what we're doing now.
Right. Plus, I'm already getting pretty much committed to my Bemele path, route, romance. Of course, it's not really a might, but we have to get through this somehow. And being weighed down with guilt will only distract us. The guide starts moving again at a quick pace. After a moment's hesitation, and one last glance into the truly lifeless fog, we run to catch up with him. I'm so sad. I'm sorry. I had to do what I had to do, man. Okay, so we walk onwards in silence. Kiba, will you stop distracting me? Our party hasn't changed. The stranger was never added to it, so it's not as if it makes sense to miss him. But there's a sense of loss all the same. No one even attempts mirth. Though Bemele constantly looks to want to reach out towards my empty hand, always thinking better of it before doing so. I keep thinking I should have done more, should have pushed the guide harder to change his mind, so it was less dangerous to keep the man around. Something. Anything. Yeah, great job, game. You like to make me feel bad, huh? But I have to let this go. I'm not going to forget that man. I'll never forget him. But we still need to get through this. I curl my hands into fists, hoping it'll strengthen my resolve. Then I push forward. We turn down a different path, and the guide stops. Oh, no! Is this my penance? My payment for not saving that dude? Ay, Dios mío. Oh, Jesus. A whole group of them. Ahead of us stands a group of prowlers. At the sound of us, they turn their heads in unison, as if they knew we were coming. I inhale.
Not again.
Bad ending! Jesus. The prowlers wriggle somehow, their skin moving more slowly than it should, sliding across their skeletons. They laugh. Wait, they laugh?
We already lost a lantern and it's only our first day. We can't keep doing this.
Yeah, this is not good.
Yes, we can't lose a lantern at this point. We're almost to the island.
The guide rummages through his coat with his free hand.
What are you planning?
Yeah, that's exactly what just happened, Burning Speed. Bemele's tone is borderline threatening, but the guide ignores him. He pulls out a small pouch, then opens a latch on his lantern.
Wait, are you going to throw that at them? What if the bridge sets on fire?
See? Well, we already had this discussion earlier about the whole matches thing.
It will. We're going to run.
Oh, snap. This bridge is on fire. That's what's gonna happen.
This is insane! These bridges are hellish enough without them also being on fire. And what about the other man? If he's still out there, this could...
He's dead. We're not losing another lantern.
He says it with such detached certainty. Inevitability. I got an achievement. Okay. It's as if he saw it happen himself. No one argues with him. The guide steps closer to the prowlers. We fall into step behind him, staying close to his back. He bends his lantern back down until it is lowered to his outstretched arm. The pouch in his hand is set aflame. With a practiced flick of the wrist, he swings the staff back and up. The glass on the lantern snaps closed. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of not sure about the guide either. Here's what I'm thinking right now. So this is his job, right? This is all he does for a living. This is his life. Going back and forth over these bridges, right? But here's the thing. Why are we having so much trouble? And this is his specialty. Like, if he knew we were going to need so many lanterns, why didn't he come more prepared? Like, burning the bridges? I don't understand. Like, if he's resorting to this, then how the hell did he successfully manage to help other people in the past? Right? I just... I don't know, man. I don't know. It's real iffy. Real iffy. Now, I'll give him this. He was only planning, I guess, to take across the woman, right? One woman. Whose name I keep freaking forgetting. Why does her name keep slipping out of my head? But for some reason, I don't know. I don't trust him. And he did say one person would die. Why one? I don't know. Yeah, Margaret. Why does my name keep forgetting her? My brain is like, bloop. Alright, anyway. I don't know. I feel like burning the bridge feels so final. It feels like, well, there goes your life's work. The bridge is gonna be burnt, so what you gonna do now, bruh? You're still worried? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't trust that dude that we left behind. I don't trust this guide. Even Margaret, it's like we don't know her reason for doing this. Although, so far she seemed pretty cool, so I don't know. Don't trust anyone except Bemele. Or should I say Bay Melee? Only trust our Bay.
Don't get left behind.
Water under the bridge at this point. Wait a minute. He takes 3 quick steps, then tosses the pouch. The prowlers are back in the water before the pouch even lands. As soon as it does, the fire starts to lick and curl itself around the wood. Ooh, snap. Run! Wait, is the water on fire too? The guide breaks into a sprint, and so do the rest of us. He better not leave us again like he did last time, because that was some bull crap. The blaze grows, despite the heavy dampness from the lake. These bridges aren't normal bridges. Of course, that's true. Nothing here is right. Hopefully, they won't collapse with the flames. We stay on the guide's heels, almost too close for comfort. If he stops abruptly, we'll all crash into one another, maybe even fall off the bridge. Then the world tilts. Uh-oh. I was mid-stride when I put my foot down. The bridge isn't where it was. It lurches to one side, either because it was weakened or pushed. Bemele and I managed to keep our ground. Oh no! But Margaret falls to the ground. At least, I thought that was what happened. She starts pawing the bridge. Oh snap! I know that pain, girl. If we were in a horror movie and I had to run for my life, I'd be dead. Especially if I fall and, like, lose my glasses. Well, rip. Rip Margaret. Oh, she didn't even say that line. What happened? My glasses fell off. I can't see. Sorry, I'm just doing a horrible imitation of her voice. But, that was weird. The guide, having regained his balance, presses on. He doesn't even bother to look at her. Of course he doesn't care. Bemele and I run to Margaret, scanning the bridge, but there's no sign of her glasses. The flames are growing thicker and closer, the heat life-sucking, close enough to nip at her heels. I grab Margaret's arm.
Your glasses aren't here anymore. We have to go or we'll lose the guide.
Margaret squints up at me, face paler than ever. She nods and stands, and we start after the guide again. As our storm of feet thunder across the boards, a silver sliver begins to rise into view, just above the edge of the water. Oh no.
It's the island.
Oh. The island. I squint and suddenly make out the craggy forms of land and earth. I see it. We're almost there. Safety at long last in sight. New energy surges through me. We push ourselves faster, longing to put these godforsaken bridges behind our backs. All at once, the bridge ends, and our entire group rushes ashore. Earth, solid earth, a haven from the water. I catch my breath while still moving even further away from the dark shoreline. So here's my question. I know we won't know this. We won't find out unless I play the different path. If we had taken the red hair guy with us, and I guess I would have been forced to stay back, like, away from the group, and, like, they encountered the prowlers like they just did, and he set fire to the bridge, wouldn't me and that dude be dead right now? Wouldn't we be, like, rip? Wouldn't it be game over? That's kind of what I'm wondering, because I saw for one of, like, my achievements or something when I was loading the game, it said something about surviving day 1 or whatever. Like, did your main character survive day 1? Now, we had that encounter earlier where I could have died. I guess, if I didn't respond fast enough. But I'm just like, you know, these kind of games make you wonder what if. Don't think about it. Dude, all I do is think. I think too much. But anyway, it'll be interesting. If this game is short, then I would probably be more than willing to play it again in a future stream. Okay, I catch my breath while still moving even further away from the dark shoreline. I can't believe we actually made it. Even more difficult is the idea that we're only halfway done. When night falls once more, we have to do it all again. A heavy arm falls across my shoulders, and I straighten to see Bemele smiling wearily at me.
Good work out there.
It's not the usual commendation of a job well done. There's sadness, perhaps even sympathy in the sentence. It ends flatly. He's probably a little disappointed because I didn't save the dude. With a sigh, he leans his head to the side, having it rest slightly against mine. Aww! You guys are so cute. You guys are such a ship, man. How much longer was I planning on streaming? Honestly, I think once we get, like, to the island, like, this little section, once we finish it, I think I'll call it into the stream. Only because I've been going for a while and I'm tired. Plus, if this is the halfway point, then this is the perfect time to stop. And then I'll have another stream of this game in the future. Okay. Usually, Bemele's comfort and good nature gives me at least the urge to smile, but right now, it feels like a hollow victory. He moves to face Margaret, who is squinting at the surrounding area.
Good work out there.
This statement is more energetic. He's not willing enough to show a lack of confidence in front of her. Poor Margaret lost her glasses, though. Margaret smiles slightly.
How are you doing without your glasses?
Oh, I'll manage. I have to, after all. I'm not completely blind, thankfully, so I can muddle my way through.
There isn't anything much to see out on those bridges. As long as you stay away from the edge, you should be as safe as you were before.
That's true. It will be fine.
Yeah, you're right. It would be much harder to replace glasses back then than it would, like, now. Even now, it's freaking expensive depending on your prescription. I'm practically blind, man. And then the guide is there. He moves so smoothly that his steps on the soft sand are nearly silent, and his dusky clothes blend with the thinning of the night.
The sun will rise soon. The fire on the bridge is the only reason this island isn't overrun with prowlers right now. However, they could still pose a threat.
Wait, seriously? Then what would you do if you hadn't set fire to the bridge? We'd be effed, dude. What kind of guide are you? You're horrible. How do you survive? I'm so suspicious of you, dude.
Is that why you decided to set the bridges on fire? To make the island safer?
The guide looks at Margaret for what I suddenly realize might be only the second or third time all night.
Setting the bridges alight isn't an uncommon strategy. It has many uses.
Okay, so you've done it before. Huh. Interesting. He walks away, Margaret frowning at his retreating form. Oh, not voice acted, but come. The guide takes us to an area a bit further inland, but not too far from the water. Trees partially obscure our location, and there's enough room to watch the coast in case prowlers start to emerge from the water. Essentially, it's a place where an ambush would be hard.
If any of you see anything at all, speak up. We don't want them to sneak up on us.
Almost automatically, each member of the group turns to a different direction. For a brief second, I feel a flicker of pride. This night may have been awash with misery, but we're still here for each other. As the sky continues to fade, from pale purple to a muted blue, the waters stay silent. For the first time, nothing happens. It is a miracle. Suddenly, my chest is lighter and the air is fresher. The first pricks of light, wow, they didn't sleep at all, did they? Appear over the horizon, stinging my eyes after such a long journey through darkness. A sound catches my attention and I move my focus towards its direction. The guide is opening the latch on his lantern again. He gently, almost respectfully, blows out the light.
We no longer have to worry about the Nixie. It is over for today.
Okay. But why? Coco asked a great question earlier. I guess I'll have to rewatch the beginning later. Why is it we're traveling at night, but then you made it sound like the daytime would be dangerous? I don't know. And now you're acting like we don't have to worry about them? I'm confused. I'm almost unable to keep tears of relief from pouring out at those words. We made it through the night. We survived. No one feels the need to speak. We look at each other, an understanding passing between us. Then we find our own space as comfortable as we can get and lie down for the rest we weren't sure would ever come. Are we done with this section? Okay. I thought there would be like a chapter 2 or something popping up, but I guess that's it, because this is the next day. So I will save here and end the stream then. Well, this game is certainly interesting, I will say that much. Lake of Voices, that's the name of this game. So, thank you guys so very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the spookiness. It was not too bad, luckily. Though it may get worse later. Who knows? Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.